Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with another Wargaming in Miniature video. In this video, we're going to continue on with our Market Garden project update. And if you haven't been to any of these updates, they're kind of like a bi-weekly, like twice a week update, letting you know the progress of my model building, terrain building, painting, rules, scenario tweaking, or whatever. So basically, I'm preparing Market Garden for my own personal campaign that we're going to start in like a September timeframe, which is when actual Market Garden took place. So it'll be like the 50th anniversary of Market Garden. We're going to start that at, and we'll stream it and stuff like that, but that'll start in September. As a precursor to that, next month, August 24th, down in Nashville, there's a convention called NashCon, and we're hosting 3 table battles. So it's basically a battle where the 101st is on, a battle where the 82nd is on, and a battle where the 1st Airborne is on. You know, those bridges and other terrain features and things like that that were being fought over. So I've got 3 scenarios, and they're all going to go on simultaneously. So me and my crew are going to be running up and down these different tables, mediating or refereeing these 3 battles. Okay, so I need to like write up, which I haven't done yet. Those scenarios are just like generally in my head, but as I make them, I'm not going to reveal them to you on the stream because I don't want people that go to the convention to know what those scenarios are about. But before we start our Market Garden campaign here in the home, then before I start that, then I'm going to show you video and stuff like that, what happened at the convention. Okay, and discuss the scenarios. Who won, who lost, why they won, why they lost, stuff like that. Okay. I still have a little bit left to do on the miniature side. I have quite a bit left to do on the terrain building side. And we're going to go over that at the end of this video. I'm actually going to lay out my terrain boards that I have finished so you can see the concept of the terrain tiles. I think I'm going to do that as a second video. So come back to see the second video of this little series, which is the terrain tiles and how I plan to use them, you know, and how I made them. I didn't like do a tutorial or this is how you glue foam to wood and this is how you cut it with an X-Acto knife. No, I didn't talk about that. But I will show the tiles and maybe a little bit of the technique, just show the tile and say this is how I did it. And plus they're not finished. I've got a ton more tiles coming in. I've got about 32 tiles on the way. When I say tiles, I mean 12-inch corkboard. I got 32 of those coming in, and I've got some more wood coming in because I'm backing the tile with wood so that it won't be so flimsy or flexible. And then I'm flocking and painting and stuff like that, the cork. And the ones I've done so far are all just basic, you know, they're basic ones. So when I start getting into okay, this one's going to be this and this one's going to be this, I want to make more tiles than what I need for one battle. I want to have a variety of tiles so that when we decide, hey, we're going to do this kind of battle, okay, let's get those tiles out. Or we're going to do this battle. Oh, yeah, this tile would be good in that. That's what I want to do. I want to have a variety of different tiles. Okay, so that's going to go on. Plus I did a bunch of buildings, a ton of buildings, and we're going to go over those buildings at the same time I show you the tiles. So come back because I'm going to have the buildings on the table, or some of them on the table, maybe lined up. I might do the buildings as a separate video as well. These will all be updates for you, but I'm breaking down this week's update into chunks because I think each piece is going to be extensive. So we're going to have like a tile video, we're going to have a building video, and we might even have the models, like the miniatures and stuff like that we're going to be using. Okay. Having said that, the models that I still need to do are, I need to do 2 Hanomags. Okay, so I've got these 2 Hanomags here. I've got a C and a D. I have another one over here, which I think is another D. So I might just do 2 Ds, you know, double D, for my SS, right? That's what these 2 are. And then this C, I'm going to use for my Fallschirmjägers. So, but effectively, these are all exactly the same. You know, it's just the way the slope of the back side of it changed. And there's a few other like mechanical changes, but in the game, they're all pretty much exactly the same. The Fallschirmjägers have one to tow their anti-tank gun, and the SS are actually the 10th SS Aufklärungs. So basically they're like a recon SS unit, and those are the ones I got painted in the P-dot camouflage. The Fallschirmjägers are, I think, the 6th Fallschirmjäger Regiment. They're near Nijmegen, and so that's those guys. And then the British, this is still on shrink wrap, there's a British Jeep that I need to tow their anti-tank gun. Okay, so far so good. I also have a Stug G that needs to be in the 101st battle. So these, like 5 vehicles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, these 5 vehicles all need to be done. I could do those in just a few days. And then I also have, I bought these back when Warlord was having a sprue sale. These sprues were like $2.50 a piece. Right now I think they're, no, maybe they're close to $4 a piece. Right now I think they're like $8 to $10 a piece. They come with 6 models. So even if it was $10, paying about $2 a model it's pretty high actually. Let me think. 8 for 6. It might be 8 for 6 because that's a little bit over like $1.25 or something like that. I think that's probably the right amount. But either way, I bought these half price on the sale. And that's when I thought that buying the sprues would be economically accurate or, you know, economically prudent, you know. So I paid like $4 for 6 models. So I'm actually getting every model for like 75 cents, something like that. Yeah, so there's 30 of them right here. This is 5 sprues of 6. I don't need 30. Maybe I do. No, maybe I do need 30 because I need a bunch of anti-aircraft crewmen for the 101st battle, and I need some what do they got, like home watch, or you know, like the watch battalions or whatever. I need 1 or 2 squads of that for the Arnhem battle. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But these all need to be done as well, and this shouldn't take me but maybe a week at the most. That's what I'm thinking. We have today being the 15th. I've got like a month and 1 week or something like that because it's the 24th. So a month and 9 days to get everything done. Okay. One battle, the 101st, I'm going to have all tiles. One battle, the 82nd, I'm going to have on a green blanket. And then the 1st Airborne, I'm going to have on my Games Workshop 4x6 flock blanket. So I've got all the blankets that I need. Okay. At work the other day, my best friend, he knew it was my birthday, plus he's got a collection of his own bolt action. He bought a British starter army and came to the realization that he's not ever going to get a chance to finish it or put it together or paint it. And then he realized that I was running this market garden campaign, and so he said, here, have my British army. Because when I play, I'm going to be playing with you anyway. So, yeah. So he handed me this box. In the box, it has a Sarissa glider, right? It has a glider that I don't need for the convention, but for our campaign, we might need that. Okay, so I'm not going to put that together anytime soon. Then it comes with a British bolt-action starter army, right? Okay, this starter army has it has a second lieutenant. It has about 1,000 points, basically. It says here it has a second lieutenant, an artillery forward observer, 2 10-man squads, an 8-man squad, a medium machine gun, a light mortar, a medium mortar, a Piat, a sniper, a flamethrower, and a 6-pound anti-tank gun. So he gave me all of that. And then in addition to that, he gave me another British Jeep. So basically, it's this thing that he got in the starter army. So I have 2 British Jeeps available, 2 anti-tank guns, what else? Hang on. A bunch of the red pin markers, which are pretty cool. Some vehicle status markers, like immobilized and turret jammed and stuff like that. I'm not sure what all these markers mean, but that came off of the sprue with the template. Okay, so the template's included, so we can, one of the tables will have an official template if there's not others that already have a template. I planned to bring in whatever templates we needed, because there's very limited artillery and tank shells. Most of these are 1-inch templates, so I could just use a 1-inch base. But if they have a 2-inch template, I've got a ton of 2-inch washers. That's what I was planning on doing. And also a Tetrarch tank. It's one of those airborne lightweight tanks. That was included, but I don't think there was any Tetrarchs at Arnhem. I'm going to have to take a look at that. I don't think there was any there. So this would be great for the campaign, probably, but not necessarily the convention. Yeah. And then there's a couple of special models that he had in here. There was like a medic carrying a dude over his shoulder and stuff like that. And then this blister right here. I guess this was free when you ordered the army. There's 4 airborne drop canisters with parachutes laying on the ground. And I have one over there, which is the 75th anniversary? 50th anniversary? 75th anniversary? What is... It's the 75th anniversary of D-Day, not the 50th. Okay. Yeah, and I think it says 75th anniversary. So yeah, I've got a ton more British. Won't need all of these at the convention, but we can definitely, I can make up a whole bunch of full squads and maybe even do some Polish separately. So I'll have like a Polish and a British group. Yeah, so we'll figure that out. I'll put this the Jeep in there, and there's another Jeep, and then the glider. That was awesome. Okay. One more thing. He gave me the bag for the 1st Airborne, right? With the 1st Airborne dice. If I knew he was planning on doing that, I wouldn't have ran out and bought these Airborne dice. But now I just got twice as many dice. And that'll be great for when, like I said, when we're doing our own campaign. I bought a bunch of dice. Don't know if I showed you all this, but yeah, ignore this D20. Yeah, ignore these tank dice. Those are dice that came out of a game called Tanks. Use those to hit. D20 can go in there. Okay, and I ordered these 101st dice. They've got the actual 101st symbol on them. I thought they were cool. As I was in the 101st. I have gray dice for Germans. I have tan dice for, I don't know, Americans. I got green dice for some other Americans, right? And then I've got, I guess I could use brown dice and not the tan dice. I think that's what I was planning on doing. Brown and green. I don't know if you can see all that on the camera because of the box. Okay, so I got green, which is probably going to be the 82nd or 101st, and then brown for either the 82nd or 101st, whichever one, and then 1st Airborne are going to have their own color. They got the maroon, right? So those are the 3 allied colors. And then we have gray Germans, right? And then we have the black Germans, which I was going to use as SS. Because there's a lot of Avalon Hill games always used black counters to represent SS, so it just makes it easy for me to remember. And then there's tan. That's the other color I have. Tan be probably Fallschirmjägers, Grenadiers, SS. So I'll have dice for all the players, because I don't think I'm going to have more than 10 or 11 dice per side. Probably like 5 or 6 dice per player. So there shouldn't be enough. Okay, so just FYI, I'm setting up the army lists where it's about 500 points-ish per player that plays. So if there's 6 players, we'll have 3 Germans and then 3 allies. Perfect. And they'll just play with their 500-point armies. If we get any more players, what we'll do is we'll sit 2 down across from each other. So it needs to be an even number. So if we get like a 7th player, he's going to have to hold off or wait till, or see if he can find an 8th player. And then we'll put them both on the same table and give them their own army lists. So then it would be like 1,000 points per side on that table. And if we get 12 players, then every table will be about 1,000 points per side. That's my plan. And I only have 2 bags. All I need is the 82nd bag, which I don't really need to buy, but I could just use a Crown Royal bag or something. Oh yeah, the Tetrarch. Okay, I have one more building that I need to put together. That's not really true. I have one more building in my possession I need to put together, but there's actually a couple more buildings that I do need to purchase and put together, and that should happen sometime in the next couple of weeks. But this is a bombed out building, and I'm going to do another video. Remember when I talked about, you might have been watching videos of me doing building construction of TT combat buildings. Well, I'm going to do a review on TT combat buildings as a whole, and I'm going to compare them to Sarissa buildings, and I'm also going to compare them to what is the big plastic one up there? It's a Plastruck building, right? And then that one is the front rank building, or I'll have to look at it. But basically there's 3. Oh yeah, plus those buildings too. Those were those quick build buildings. I can't remember the names of them, but I want to do a building company comparison. Mainly because I want to talk about TT Combat and my disappointment with them. I actually have a disappointment with TT Combat. All right, guys. Well, that's basically it. You know, I've got to get these guys done, and I got to get this building done, and all the stuff that's in here is pretty much extra. Well, I got to get the Jeep done, but after that, it's just going to be add-on for my own personal collection and campaign. I think that's it, pretty much. I use Easy Army to put the armies together, not because it tallies the points for me, but because when I print it out, it has a sheet of all their abilities and their stats, how far their weapons can shoot. That's why I use Easy Army, not for the points. I could care less how many points an army is. I put together what I think feels right and what I want. You know, if one side is outweighing the other side, deal with it. Figure out a way to win. You know, if you lose, no big deal. It's like, you're not going to lose a tournament or something. I mean, it's just a battle. But I'm not going to tell you what those points are until after the convention, because I have some secret mission things that are going to take place during the missions that I don't want to reveal because players might hear it. Okay, so as a recap, I got these put together, this building put together. I've got some more terrain tiles that I have to do to flesh out the first table, but other than that, the rest of them can just be blankets. And but I do need to do some trees. Okay, I realized I need more trees. I have a ton of trees that are about this big, which are about 3 inches tall, which will work as a wooded area. Yeah, no problem. They're like short pine trees, or I can mix and match in the tree areas, put some little ones in with some big ones to make it looks like there's a variety of different trees. But I want, let's rephrase that. I want more of the giant trees. I've got some 5 to 7 inch trees, and that's the size I want to use in bolt action, but I only have 12. And those 12 trees are great for our personal battles, but at the convention, I feel like with the 3 tables, 12 trees is not going to go around. I will have to supplement them with the little bitty trees. But I decided I'm just going to go ahead and buy another pack of 12 trees. I have to assemble them myself. It only takes me one night to do it. Yeah, so I've already ordered those. Those guys are coming in. I got the tiles. I got the trees. I even ordered some gravel flock, some gray gravel flock, because I want to do some city streets that are on the tiles, some city streets that are gray and not brown. I consider that to be rural, or, you know, maybe not dirt roads, but out in the country. I think that's it. All right. Well, let me put all this up. I'm gonna lay some tiles out, and I'm gonna start a second video where we show you the different tiles that I've done so far, and then after that, I'm gonna show you some buildings. Catch you next time.